Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. I didn't know that they got married. I just found out 2 days ago. I want to talk about something very important, and that is the concept of sympathetic joy. Sympathetic joy is what the Dalai Lama has been quoted for saying. There's 6 billion people on the planet. So obviously that was a while ago. So therefore there's 6 billion opportunities that you can find any given moment to cultivate the feeling of joy by simply witnessing the joy in another person and just basking in that feeling. Why? Because the feeling is the feeling. And so much of the entire planet is seeking for joy and happiness and contentment. But oftentimes when we see someone else being joyful, the habitual tendency, what the untrained mind often does is, oh, this happened for her, but it didn't happen for me. Like something within me is lacking, like the traditional sense of lack inside of ourselves. But what's interesting is that nothing is actually lacking from any of us at any given moment. And the feeling that comes from lack is actually an overlay that comes in the mind of something we have accepted about ourselves from some point in the past that we have believed and identified with that feeling of lack. But in honesty, we're not lacking anything by the simple reason that everything we feel is in accordance to our thoughts. And our thoughts are in accordance to our feelings. The movie Inside Out is a great example to help us see that if you're experiencing anger, every single thought is going to be colored by the energy of anger. And so if you're feeling joy, every thought is going to be colored by the feeling of joy. And so when we experience the joy of another person, it doesn't matter that the experience came through our interaction or our observation of someone else's story. We are the ones feeling that energy. And so it is very skillful to cultivate that feeling of joy by simply wishing them well. And so when I learned that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck got married, I learned that 2 days ago. I was just wishing them well. May you be joyful. May you be blessed. May you too experience unconditional love. May you too rejoice in such a beautiful love story. It is so inspiring. And so I went, just wishing them well. So that was 2 days ago. And I woke up this morning with my heart just like, and that's how we cultivate sympathetic joy. Again, this isn't my technique. I had to learn this just like everyone else. I learned it from wise teachers. And so this is why it is helpful, so helpful, to associate ourselves with wisdom. And so we associate with ourselves with wise people. How? By reading wise text, by listening to wise teachers, because their wisdom can be something that we can learn from. And so I've had the privilege of sitting in silence, and the only thing that is heard during silent retreats is that for 1 hour every evening, a teacher will give what is called the Dhamma talk. Many of you know I spent more than 7 months in silence between 2022 and 2023. So I've sat in a lot of Dhamma talks. Dhamma is it's another word for nature. The laws of nature is basically what Dhamma means. And so I've heard many teachers reference sympathetic joy, and I haven't heard it any other time, in any other circumstance that I've been in, have I heard there is a tool that is accessible to every single one of us, and that is to cultivate sympathetic joy by simply being happy for the happiness of others, wishing them well, rejoicing in the joy of another being, even if you don't know them. Just the fact that you build the capacity to rejoice in the joy of another, you are cultivating joy within yourself for no other reason that you're experiencing the feeling. And so that's how we cultivate sympathetic joy. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, please ask questions and try it yourself. Let me know if you try it. Until next time.